Hello, everybody. It's good to see you. This is Anna from Money Anna. I am prospecting into live YouTube videos on this channel for the first time, and so you have to bear with me. It's cacophony of a lot of errors and mistakes and mishaps, but I think I finally have found a way to be live. Let's see if it's actually visible in the channel. If you happen to see me, then do me a favor, please. Shoot the video to the usual networks. Yes, I think it's finally live on the page. And it's been such a hassle to get to here. Hi, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining if you happen to chance on this one. But I need all the help you can give me when I'm on this channel because it's new, it's unknown. And yeah, I am actually doing YouTube seriously for the first time in July. So 10 days into new prospecting, generally as a serious YouTuber, and on this channel, a baby YouTuber. Anyway, today I want to talk about a few ideas for new pundits. I think many of you who are attracted to my channel are pundits and you are brand new. It's a channel which is actually built for those of us who don't know what we're doing, those of us who are not experts yet. We're trying to get our head around making money online. Oh, hi, there's somebody actually here. Wow. Hi, say hello, please, so I know who you are and I can greet you properly. Welcome. Please help me in sharing the video to the usual channels. I am just going to take 1 minute, and I'm going to shoot it to my other channels. It's exclusively from YouTube today. It is not from any other location. So can you pass that message on to people? I am not sharing this. This is also not on Facebook. The link is on Facebook for people to join, but the content is actually exclusively available from here. We are talking new ideas for money pundits, people who've understood that there's a new wave of ideas about money in the 21st century. A lot of things about your thinking have to shift. A lot of mine have had to shift. And really, if you are somebody who's prospecting for the first time, that's the best thing I can say to you. The best thing to do whilst you are prospecting is to realize that what you knew about money before no longer works. What you knew about money before no longer works. What works is so radical that you need to have a transformation of your brain in order to even understand and access it. No, it's not too radical for other people who are millennials because their wiring process happened with these principles. But those of us who are old dinosaurs, those of us who were born and raised differently, those of us who don't understand how young people are interacting with the internet, tend to have big problems with ethics. Most people don't understand that this is ethical, and there are many ethical and legitimate ways to make money online, because a lot of us in our youth, as we grew up, would have been raised by parents who did not see the money here as legit. A lot of us still think that prospecting on the internet is a waste of time and money. There is a lot of us who don't quite understand. So I'm just sharing these to my pages. I just want everybody to see it. And then we will be going, oh wow, we've got 3 people here. Hi, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining. Be patient with me a little while. I am only going to shoot this to a couple of places and then we will start the actual discussion. The other people can join us later, in fact. But it's only fair that I do a little bit of signposting, considering this is the first time I am actually doing this live on this channel. As time goes on, I am not going to spend too long sharing to other places. But for today and the next few days, do bear with me. Do be patient before we get started. So welcome to Money Anna. I think just the name tells you the story in itself, in totality. I don't discuss anything here except money and how to make it. I don't discuss anything here except prospecting for money on the internet legitimately and legally. I don't discuss anything else here except financial liberty, using these new money ideas. And if you happen to be here and you are looking for anything else, then I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place. No, this is not any illegitimate business. This is just prospecting legitimately. I have shared more than enough places. Let's get started. Right, today I want to start the discussion with a gift. When you first start prospecting, one of the things that you find difficult is how to access the people who might be able to help you with the tools you need to get started. For example, one of the absolute musts when you are starting out is branding. You do need a logo. So you can contact me, and I do provide those services. I do provide branded services, and I do them at cutthroat prices, very cheap, because I am a prospector myself. I'm still setting out. At this point, your business, your venture might not be returning any money. You will be investing into it. And so you want things not on the expensive side. You just want things done very simply, be able to represent you. And as you go, you might refresh and update yourself, and that's okay. You need a logo, you need a tagline, sometimes you need a website. Depends where you are at. You might need help with your social media pages, blah, blah, blah. And trying to find experts, people who work with big account holders, is a nightmare, because those guys charge prices that you can't afford. It's out of your price range. And it's put so many people off. It nearly did me as well. You have two choices here. You either do what I did, or you go and you find other people to help you do it. I learned how to do a lot of things for myself. Advantage. It is a much, much cheaper way to do things because it's your own time and it's your own energy and your own skills. Disadvantage, it takes a long time to learn things and to do it your own. And it makes a process a lot longer than it should be. Sometimes it can distract you totally from what you were trying to achieve, because what you need to do to make it happen then becomes your new obsession, and you waste a lot of time and you become disillusioned. That's there. But it's really good on budgeting. Or you can go to the gift I want to give you first. And I really should sort this out, so they pay me some affiliates. But there you go. You can go to a website. There are many of them, but today I'm just going to mention Fiverr.com. 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 Fiverr is a freelance platform. And those of you who are looking to prospect, I am going to recommend that you go on Fiverr and put yourself and your services up there as a freelancer. And it allows people from everywhere in the world. I've worked with a few people in Pakistan. I've worked with people in India. I've worked with a few Nigerian guys who are all on Fiverr. And as the name sounds, it's supposed to start from as cheap as $5. But in fact, it can go into thousands of dollars in there as well with some of those freelancers. The concept is you go into Fiverr, you make an account, and then you search for your project, and people who are offering those services will pop up. So you go and you read about them, see who has a good fit to what you need, who you have a good vibe, you seem to have a good vibe about the profile. And then you send them a message, I am looking to do such a thing. Do you do it? Some people say, no, not my domain. Do you do it? Yes, I do. What would be your price? And you heckle and negotiate. Sometimes there's actually a fixed offer deal. So search for the fixed offer deals. You know exactly how much they're supposed to charge. You are willing to pay that. You go right ahead and you pay them that amount, and they do it for you. They can build a logo for you. You can have a website built, blah, blah, blah. I would recommend that you don't do big projects on Fiverr yet. Make a logo for me. Do a banner for me. If you know me personally and I have time and I can do it, I will charge you a pitiful amount of money and I'll do it for you. So those of you who are looking for logos and you're looking for banners and thumbnails and whatnot, get in touch with me. If you know how to reach me, I will pop my WhatsApp number on the bottom in a minute, and you would be able to contact me from there as well. So I will let this run for those of you who might want the WhatsApp because you want a logo, something simple like that, no problem. If you want to build a website, it is better that you take your time and learn a few things before you go and pay somebody you don't know to do it all for you, because we have intellectual right access issues sometimes. We have things that make you a good subject for blackmail later, because you've allowed somebody to control the process too much, and the person has now got total ownership of the process, and you have to placate them so that they keep servicing it for you. They overcharge you for things you could do yourself, but that's a story for another day. So my first gift today is a freelancer hub called Fiverr. Go to Fiverr, check Fiverr out, see what services they offer, and see if it might be useful and helpful to you. That's my first gift. Let's move into today's business, the actual serious business that I want us to focus on. We are focusing on money prospecting for beginners. And today I'm going to take you to a website. We are on yourstory.com/mystory, 5 ways to earn money online for beginners. So it's the top 5 practical ways to earn money online for new prospectors. All right. It's written by Anujit Shivam, and I'm just going to use this. It was written in January 2020. So it's actually still relevant and it's very fresh. I think if we are lucky, we might.
Top 5 practical ways to earn money online for beginners. Do you know that you can actually earn real money online very easily? Let me tell you top 5 best practical ways by which you can make real money online.
Okay, there we go. So that is Anujit. We will read it ourselves and I'll explain. So we are looking at 5 practical ways to make money. I might only do the top 3 today. You can go and read the rest for yourself. So the first one is online selling. And online selling is the best way to make money. Best way to make money. Because usually you have something to offer. People want what you are offering. People pay for what you are offering. And you get your profit or commission from that. You have 2 things you can do here. You either produce the items yourself, or you can sell for other people. We will discuss affiliate marketing separate. But online marketing, selling things online, any product or service in exchange for money fits under the online selling. There are many ways in which you can do it. The most common way, it says here, is by using an e-commerce marketplace. That could be a website. That could be dedicated services like Shopify, blah, blah, blah. These are e-commerce. You show your product. You might even use websites like Amazon, Flipkart, the ones which accept third-party sellers, no problem. Or you can go and make your own e-commerce platform, your choice. Your choice, not a problem. So you find items, you want to sell those items, you get the items on a platform, and you showcase the items to people who might want that item so that they are able to access the item and they pay you for the items. So you might do buy and sell. I buy something for $1, I sell it for $3. $1 of it. Remember, when you are doing this, you need to look at your overhead costs as well. So yes, you only bought it for $1, but you cannot sell it at $1.20 because the platform you're going to host it on will have its own fees. If you put it on an e-commerce website and you accept payment by card, understand that the payment processor will take a percentage between 2 and 5%, depending on where you live, is typical of the amount will be taken by the card processor. So usually when you sell something which is $50, you might end up with $48, $47, thereabouts coming into your account. So you lose some of the revenue to the payment processor. You need to be aware of this. This is part of your overhead. And if you need to post it, if you need to process it, there's a lot of things you need to think about before you price, but that's a story for another day. So you buy it at $1, you trade it at $3, and let's say your overheads are also $1. So you buy it at $1, you spend $1 selling it, and you make $1 in profit. Very simple. So e-commerce is a very simple way of selling online, putting things out there, buy, add a little bit on top of it. And usually most of these things will be your product or products you've sourced from people. The next one is drop shipping. Drop shipping is one of the things that made people a lot of money. It still continues to make people a lot of money, but it requires that you learn what you're doing, because if you are not willing to learn, drop shipping is not going to work for you. No, it's not something you do randomly. It's a very technical area. It's a niche marketing area, and it's a bit saturated because a lot of people did well in the early days. But drop shipping, it is a direct fulfillment method where a store doesn't keep the product it sells in stock. So I am a Manson, want to sell for Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones produces shoes, and I create an e-commerce site advertising Mr. Jones's shoes, but I am connected directly to Mr. Jones's systems, so that when somebody orders from my website, it goes straight to Mr. Jones's website and the order is placed. And after you've done that, you don't really do much, because the Mr. Jones's company will pick up the order, Mr. Jones's company will process the order, Mr. Jones's company will bill me for the cost, but I would obviously sell it for a little higher on my website. So say I put something up for $10 and you buy it. Mr. Jones's company might only be charging $5, and they just process and bill me for the $5. You pay me for the 10, I keep my profit. Very simple, very easy. Different ways of doing that. But it's you selling third-party items without buying those items, without stocking those items, without getting involved in the postage of it. It's a very convenient way for new prospectors to look into things. Advantages: no or very little capital needed. Marketing is what you need to focus on. Disadvantage is that sometimes, depending on who you've selected as your third-party executor, if the person has reliability issues, then you have reliability issues, because the customer doesn't even know the other party is the one who produces it. They just come to your shop. You are the one selling it. As far as they are concerned, you are the one making it. You are the one posting it. It has your name. It has your branding, blah, blah, blah. The customer doesn't really need to know anything about the third party. So it's up to you to make sure that the third parties you are choosing are reliable. They are people who are trustworthy, and yeah, they will execute in the time frames that they tell you they are going to do things. The article says there are only 2 things in which you have to invest money to start a drop shipping business. The first thing is money into purchasing a domain, so you need a website. And the second thing is you invest some money in running something like a Shopify account, so that it can, third-party apps like that are really good with drop shipping, because it allows you to import the items and to hold the inventory and to do stocking and everything else automatically. But there we go. If you are interested in drop shipping, don't just do this video and take it as a religious doctrine. Go to Google, go and spend some time looking up drop shipping. How to start a drop shipping business is a really good one. Which places to make your e-commerce accounts and how to do it. So the second way of making money online is drop shipping. It can be done with apparel. It can be done with almost anything, machinery, whatever. When you are a drop shipper, you are basically a marketer. You market for other people, and those people execute the orders for you when you get it. And the trick is to make sure your ordering system is hooked in with their honoring system, so that as soon as somebody orders for you, they pick it up and the honoring process begins. It needs to be seamless, otherwise you will look a fool. So if you don't do your homework well, if you want to cut corners with drop shipping, it will embarrass you, is all I'm saying right now. Right, number 3 is freelancing. I introduced you to Fiverr. Fiverr is a hub for freelancers. So if you don't want to invest anything except your time and effort, you can start doing freelancing online. And it says some people can earn about 10,000 each month freelancing. Don't think that's an average salary. It depends on how you position yourself, how you market yourself, how you brand yourself, and how you deliver to your clients, which will determine your income in the end. It says here it's one of the simplest as well as the most robust ways in which you can work online and make money. It's simple because you can start freelancing in a minute. All you have to do is create your freelancer account, and it's giving you Upwork as another example, Fiverr as the other example. There are many, many, many ways in freelancing. I will talk about these in detail, and I'll put links in for those of you who want to go in and check them out. But there is competition. Please don't forget that. There is competition. You need to find a way to make yourself stand out. You need to find a way in which people would recognize you and people will see that you are credible and people will come to you. Marketing, marketing, marketing is everything in all these new prospecting ideas I am explaining. Now, I do see some of you are here live with me, but you are incredibly quiet. You haven't said anything. Let me spend 1 minute on you guys. Can you just post who you are and what you are hoping to achieve when you come on this platform? What are you looking to learn? So I've shared 3 ideas already. Which one of it is actually standing out to you? So I've said hi to you. Can you say hi right back so I know who you are? It's good to see you. Thank you for joining. And the next thing I want you to do after the hi is, what are you hoping to learn? What are your hopes? What are your learning intentions today? What do you want to pick up from the session? What would make it a successful session for you? What are your learning intentions today? So say hi so I know who you are. And what are your learning intentions? What do you want to learn? And if it's possible for me to tailor, then I can tailor for you and make it more useful to you. What are your learning intentions today? What do you want to learn? What would make it a successful session for you? Hello, Nana. It's good to see you. New ways to make money. Excellent. So then I've shown you 3 ways so far. Which of those 3 ways is speaking to you? We've talked about drop shipping. We've talked about freelancing. And we've also talked about, so let's start from the top. We started with online selling, and then we zoomed in on the niche area, which is drop shipping. And then at the end, I have also mentioned freelancing. Which of these areas might work for you? Which of these areas might require a little bit more work before you can get started? Today, if you wanted to go out and prospect, would you prospect as an online seller? Would you prospect as a drop shipper? Would you prospect as a freelancer? So now you do Juice Plus. When we are in Juice Plus, we are actually drop shippers, if it makes any sense. We are drop shippers in the sense that we advertise the Juice Plus products. We don't really have the inventory in our house. No. We are hooked in to the Juice Plus company via the link they give us. And somebody orders from your website, and that's the end of the story between you and the customer at that time. The order goes straight to the company. The company honors the order. The company posts to the customer, and they keep communicating between you and them till it's done. Your customer's order has shipped. Your customer's order has been delivered, so that you are kept in the loop, and it's you who deals with the customer. So the company never really calls the customer or do anything. All the contact is between yourself and the customer, and the company only fulfills what the customer has ordered. That is classic example of drop shipping. And you can do it with so many products. You can do it in different styles. Sometimes you have your own website and you hook it into theirs. Sometimes you use a subsidiary website, or sometimes you actually get a microsite from the company like we have, on our Juice Plus one, what we do is a microsite. The microsite hooks into the main site. The orders speak to themselves in real time, and it makes it very, very easy for you to sell and for the customer to receive without interacting with the company themselves. And it's amazing. That's a classic example of drop shipping. So Nana, I don't know if you are aware of it, but you are already doing drop shipping. Freelancing. I want to know if anybody here might be a freelancer. Is anybody here a prospector who's looking to freelance? I will spend 5 minutes talking about freelancing because I want this to be no more than half an hour long. So freelancing is when you have a skill or you have an expertise, you have a skill set that people might want. I do a lot of freelancing. A lot of you see that I do business coaching. I'm not employed by anybody. You come to me, you set up a micro arrangement, and then we are good. So you can book an hour with me. It's not a long-standing contract. It's an hour. We have a session, I deliver, and we are off. Sometimes I do it for companies. Could you consult for us on such a thing? Yeah, you can consult for people under the freelancing. You want me to be an academic coach? It's freelancing. I do mentoring services and life coaching as a freelancer. So you see me freelance a lot, and I market my freelancing from my own website. So you can check it out. It's very easy. I will get you a couple of links so you can see how I use my website to market my own freelance services. Or, like we said before, you can go to other places where people have a website, especially dedicated to freelancers. Sometimes you make a free account. On other occasions, you pay to make the account on their site. So once you have the account, they enable you to showcase your skills and your services to other people. So you may click on my link. My link will take you straight to my website. My website has my coaching. I've pulled this from my coaching and mentoring category. I sell quite a lot of things. I do drop shipping from my website as well. So if you want, go to ama-manson.com, go to the shop area, and you will see the principles I am describing here in play on that website. When you hover, the first thing you see is my products, my services, my freelancing services, and it's under the coaching and mentoring. I also do online selling. So when you scroll and you look at the second tab, you will see my souvenir services, my souvenir items, my branding items all being advertised. Those are online selling. I'm selling things that I make. And then you also see drop shipping. There are iPads on my website. I don't make iPads. I am not Apple, but I drop ship for Apple. I drop ship for apparel companies. So you go to my website. Might it be better just to show you? I will attempt to do so. I think it might just be better to show you. So I will add a screen and take you to the site and show you the principles that I am describing in the hope that it becomes more visible to you and it's more meaningful. We have 2 minutes on the clock, so I will not waste your time. I'll go straight into this one. Right, so you go to my website now and you go to shop and you hover. The first one you see is coaching and mentoring. This is exhibiting my freelancing. So on that page, it tells you that you can book 1 hour consultancy with me, a month business consultancy with me, editing and proofreading. You can see that I am accepting adverts. So yeah, you can click on the adverts. They really do help me. Go check them out. When you see adverts, follow them, the ones which are of interest to you anyway, and see how that goes. So adverts are placed. I'll explain about advert placements later. Group business coaching, 1 hour educational consultancy, blah, 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 blah. Those things are the things that I do in my freelance category. Flasks and bottles. When you click on flasks and bottles, you've gone into the first thing we discussed, which was online selling. These are my items. I produce these items. I make these items, and I'm selling these items. I'm showcasing them on my website. This is online selling. So that makes this an e-commerce website. It's an e-commerce website in the sense that I have items which are on sale, and as you clearly can see from what I am demonstrating, you can click on the item, you like the item, and we go straight into your cart. You put it in your cart, we view your cart, and we are good to pay. All right, check out. Phew, like any e-commerce website. I explained that whatever price you put here, you've got to be prepared that the card payment system gateway you use has its own charges. This is 90 dirhams. Obviously, the 10 about between 2 and 5%, depending on the volume, will be taken by the payment gateway processor. And so you have to factor all these things in when you work out the pricing. There we go. This is my website working as my online e-commerce channel. The other thing that I do here is when you go into things like books. When you go to things like books, we have moved, and I am a drop shipper. A couples devotional. Well, I'm sorry, I don't write that book. I don't know much about couples devotional, but people have 10 ways to a stronger marriage. There we go. It's one that you can go check out for sure. For sure. 28 summits, whatever. You can check out a variety of books which are written by so many different people. I am just a drop shipper. You click on it, it goes straight to whoever honors it. They send it to you, you receive it. Happy customer, happy ama. $1 or $2 made in commissions. Great, great, great stuff. So one website is doing many different things. And when you learn how to prospect, you also learn how to do a variety of things at the same time with the same channel. And that's what I'm doing. So it's money ama. The only thing we discuss here is money. The kind of money I want to make here is online money. It's money you can make using your brain, more brain, less brawn. Money you can make passively. You usually set these things up once. You have your website and you set it up so that it can take things from dropshipping websites, so that it will showcase your own freelancing stuff, so that it would exhibit your own products. And then all you do from that point onwards is just market that website, drive traffic to that website, and voila, sales come in. And they come in from so many different pockets. What would have been a $5 website could easily become a $100 website with a variety of things that you put up. I will explain in detail as we go. So today we were talking about new money ideas, and I wanted to show you 3 things you could do. You can go to the article and read the other 2. I will pick on them later. The 3 things that you could do in order to prospect more effectively as a newbie using these new money ideas. 1, sell online. Sell, sell, sell. Sell anything and everything you know and can make. You can do an e-commerce website. You can do drop shipping. And you can even offer your products and services as a freelancer and get people to buy into them. And all of these potentially can roll in some serious amounts of money. I've seen people do all sorts. Hopefully, this has been helpful. Hopefully, this is all working in turning your ideas about money. You see, it's very, very, very legitimate. Nothing illegal about it. You are providing services, you are selling goods, and you're getting money from it. It's almost traditional. It's just the way you do it is completely different. And so the rules that govern it and the tricks that make it successful are also slightly different from what people did traditionally. Have you learned a thing or two? Well, I do hope so. And I hope that when I switch the cameras back on, so we started with just recorded videos, and I'm moving from recorded videos into live videos, and hopefully it becomes more interactive, and we get 2 or 3 sessions a week as I want it to be, and we learn progressively. I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that you've learned something. I hope that you've taken something practical that you might be able to use in making more money channels for yourself. The idea here is that we have multiple streams of income. Repeat after me. Multiple streams of income. Many different ways in which money rolls in into the same pot. So that $1 here, 10 here, 50 here, 100 here accumulates and becomes an egg nest, which takes you from living on the breadline like I am to financial liberty at the end. So one of my channels, and I've been saying this to many people, one of the things I do bought me this phone last month, only one channel. And the wages from that one channel bought me a phone. From that channel alone, I managed to double my output. And then I started looking at other channels, and I'm rolling a few in. I am still 6 months into this project, and I really would begin to see serious impact in December. Fingers crossed. So I am a good coach because I'm still living the principles. I'm very early stages in the process. You can watch and mimic, and you can see what I'm doing. I make it quite obvious. I've shown you my website. Go play with my website. You see all the things that I teach here in play. Go to my website, have a look and see what it looks like in practice. You're not sure and you want to ask, you may put your comments in the video and I'll do my very best to answer you. You can pick my WhatsApp number from there. You can try your best. Then you can see amamanson.juiceplus.com. That's one of my channels. That's one of my major channels for drop shipping. And it's a good one. And if I can tempt you to come be an agent, and if I can tempt you to come join my team so that I can coach you on how to use that to roll in a few pennies or pounds, just get in touch with me. Use that website and make sure that you've subscribed to the page. And when I am next live, there is no need to spend any time sharing anything to Facebook, so you know I'm here. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Oh, Nana, thank you. Thank you. Oh, wow. Hi, Godfred, I see you. Thank you, Nana. I'm glad it was helpful. You have to do many things with your hands. That's the only way to succeed. I like that. That is an amazing quote. You have to do different things with your hands. It's the only way to succeed. That's the principle of multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. And it's not every stream which has to be time consuming. Some of your streams have to be passive. They should be one-time set up and auto-run themselves. So your 24 hours could be spent relaxing, doing what brings you happiness, whilst the money rolls in. That's the idea. That's the dream. Thanks for joining, and I will see you shortly with an extension of the video. Good night from my end.